Popverse, Veronica Valencia here at New York Comic Con, and I am joined by the highly anticipated anime series English dub cast of Chainsaw Man. We have Reagan Murdoch, Susie Young, Ryan Colt-Levy, Sarah Wiedenheft, and Mike McFarlane. How are all of you?
Incredible.
Amazing.
I will hand this to you.
Coherency is escaping me, but suffice to say I'm excited.
Super hyped.
Yeah, my body is literally vibrating right now, so I'm over the moon.
Losing my mind.
Very, very excited to say the least. Yeah.
Now, I have to say, I am loving the cosplay. Who do we have to thank for this lovely decision?
I think all of
I think
collectively.
I think collectively decided we're gonna do it,
why don't we
right?
just show up?
Yeah.
You know,
It's like white shirt, black tie. I have that. I have that in my wardrobe. I am loving it. So.
did not. I had to go shopping for these shoes, but you know.
I actually think, funny enough, we all shopped for this stuff just to be safe.
And so you all have been on a whirlwind recently. You finally were able to announce your casting in this show, and you were just here at Comic-Con sharing the first English dub episode with everyone. How has that experience been for you?
Life-changing, to say the least. This was like easily the only role I've ever wanted, because as actors, we know that's just not something you do when you audition for stuff. You don't let yourself get that invested. But I've been a fan of this for a very long time, and Denji's the only role I ever really dreamt of. And to get to play him, and then to get to see the first episode now, like I said, I'm still shaking. I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm feeling all the things. I feel incredible. It's extraordinary.
Same. Yeah, I was so excited. I was holding it all like inside like a little ball. I was like, and then it came out. I was like, and there's an overwhelming amount of love coming out too. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to experience it with everybody in the room, all the fans, like just all the love and passion for this series. It's just, the energy is electrifying. So very, very exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, it is a great time to be an anime fan because fans get to see these series almost at the same time as fans in Japan get to see them. So to provide some insight, how long have you been working on this show so far?
A few weeks, maybe a month at the most. There was a time frame of figuring out who was going to get to work on it. I had very much said like I would like to, but I didn't know for certain. And once I knew for certain, then it became study as much as possible, as quickly as possible, read as much manga, listen to the trailer, do all the things that I need to do for my pre-production, and have the auditions. Like, the auditions were already rolling in. We heard so many like really talented, wonderful people, and we came to these talented people that rose to the top of everything. I'm very excited to work with them on this.
And as I already kind of mentioned, it's a great time to be an anime fan because there's, as many as there are series, there's also so much manga.
Yeah.
Now, for a show like this, Ryan, I know you just mentioned you've devoured it four times over. But in a situation like this, when you maybe have a fan who's read ahead and you're coming out with this series, how do you treat a situation where someone wants to talk to you about something ahead in the manga, about a show that you're in, but maybe you haven't recorded or it's been animated yet?
Well, I mean, I always anticipate, like, as far as it being a group situation, I'm like, let's not spoil it for people just watching the anime sort of situation is the go-to. And then beyond that, I think it just depends on character and people, et cetera, et cetera. Anybody want to chime in with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's similar, and also I find that a lot of the time, things get adapted differently. So even if people are expecting one thing, it might be slightly different, even if it's for the better. So I think I tend to keep things more to the secret side because I like people to just experience the thing and be surprised. So I tend to keep stuff kind of close to the chest,
Yeah. And in Chainsaw Man, we explore the lore of devils. As fans, and since anime has so much lore to explore, what are some of your favorites? Is it Titans in Attack on Titan? Is it Ghouls from Tokyo Ghoul? Is it devils?
You know, I think because we've been making so many jokes over this weekend, I think it's devils. Like we were walking by on the way here, and we passed. There was a guy like literally being surrounded by hundreds of pigeons, and we were like, oh, he made a contract with the pigeon devil, obviously. You know, so we're digging that big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, like, just the concept of devils, I think, is really cool because it plays on, like, human fears. So I think that's a really interesting and creative concept.
Yeah, it's oddly grounded in a really
and
big
kind of
way.
realistic, too, in a way, which is something that you don't see because in other anime, there's a lot of demons and stuff, but you don't really know where they come from. They're just bad guys, but... Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like a concept of like, you know, like a lot of like legends, urban legends arising just from storytelling and fear from it. So they're very much like that, and that's scary.
That's even scarier.
And now, obviously, I know you cannot say much, but has there been anything that you've recorded so far that was just like crazy fun or maybe made you emotional that you could tease a little bit?
All of that just played. Like, that was a wonderful experience getting to record that first episode and kind of, you know, like, we have source material, we have the manga, we have the anime, we have the wonderful work that the seiyuu did and the animation team and the director, and then we have our, you know, we have to honor that material while still moving forward with what we're doing and finding that nice ground of, like, this is our approach to the material while still making sure that it stays really true to what's there, and finding that is... It's been a wonderful experience. This gentleman worked like what, 8-ish hours on it. So. Yeah, about 8 hours of recording on that, and you saw how much screaming was there. No, a day, like all together.
No, all together.
Oh.
Yeah. 8 hours a day is a lot.
That would be a lot of screaming.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but that's about the amount of recording it was. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of it, as you saw, that was just him rampaging and screaming. So. It's neat to find all of those moments across the episode, and I look forward to getting to do that more.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never gotten to play a role like this before, so doing the full transformation and like just the crazy, like getting to go unhinged. My favorite thing actually about recording this episode was during that whole final section, anytime I'd do a take, it would, like, you know, we'd finish and I would then hear Mike, his microphone open up, and he'd be cackling laughing in between because I was just getting so unhinged. And we were like, so just go werewolf mode, right? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. I tend to, when I'm really liking what I'm hearing, rather than just like, oh, good show or whatever, I'm like, I get really stoked to just start laughing. Like I get psyched out with laughter, and I'm like, that's my way of celebrating like a really great take.
It was so much fun.
And finally, here at the Popverse, we celebrate the best of TV, movies, and comics. So what is something you are geeking out about right now that you're not working on?
Because I'm behind on so many things.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm finishing up Peaky Blinders. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
you know what?
that's
Mike Flanagan just put out a new show that's like a horror show of some sort.
He did a great show called Midnight Mass.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
His new series, I think, just came out, and I'm very excited to binge that. It's spooky time. I need spooky stuff.
It is spooky time.
Oh, I just remembered. There's the book, The Scholomance. I can't remember the rest of it. Gosh, it was like Dark Academy or something like that by Naomi Novik. She has already 2 books out, and she just came out with a 3rd. I just lent that to somebody as a present, but I'm really excited to read it when they're done. It's so cool.
I actually also, on the flight over here, there's a great Neil Gaiman book called The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which is also very spooky and weird and surreal and beautiful. So yeah, I think all of us, like, we just dive into all kinds of art because it inspires us back to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
You guys and your books and like amazing and cultured. I'm excited for the Mario movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the trailer yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, Jack
we love
Black.
you.
That's amazing. So I'm looking forward to that.
I've been really enjoying House of the Dragon. I'm a gigantic George R. R. Martin fan. I really loved the book. Really, really fantastic adaptation. They're doing fantastic work there. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. For those of you watching, be sure to check out Chainsaw Man. When does it come out?
October 11th.
Soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you again, and we'll
you guys
see
so
you
much.
next time.